Get this nice crisp, clean real quick. It's a nice... Oh, listen to that static. That's a White Claw, baby.
Never had one.
It's like LaCroix for alcoholics.
You know your body's like a temple?
I fill it full of booze and weed and chili cheese fries.
Jalapeno poppers.
My temple's dope as fuck. My temple rules. What do you have in yours? Kale? Go fuck yourself.
Have I ever told you about the time I got shot?
No, I don't think you have.
Dude, the bullet went straight through one ear and right out the other. Didn't feel a thing. Sometimes it's good to have an empty head.
Welcome to the Trash Cats Trash Cast. I'm Richard.
I'm Steven. So stupid.
I love it. That's good. That's going to sound so clean.
So today we're going to have two smart people take our place. Our homeboy, Werner Herzog, and the G-Man the Jacker, G-Jack. They're going to do the podcast for us today.
Yeah, you know, we realized we were working too hard and we should outsource the work.
Far too hard. Why not get smarter people to do the work of us?
Just like the real work is in the editing. I just show up every week.
We're going to go to war while the intellectuals justify just getting out of bed in the morning. We're going to play chess. All right. What do you think of that, Werner Herzog? Let's see what he has to say.
For me, ecology is a separate religion.
Oh.
I don't want to have anything to do with it. When I was a young man and lived with the Mormons in Utah, I always heard about their higher teachings. And after 6 months, when I understood that it was all a lot of nonsense.
Oh.
You know, that's, some wise words from a wise man. You know.
What color are your pieces?
I don't know. Have you accepted my
Do you think I
challenge
turned
yet?
down challenges?
I don't know. Did you?
No, I accepted it. I think I'm white. Insert various racist joke here.
Steven, you're in your 30s. You should know this by now.
Your turn, good sir. Now continue, Werner.
I asked the teacher why didn't he stop with all the higher teachings. He said, I must teach them. If I stop teaching them, they will go crazy. They need something to believe in. I have the same feeling with ecology. There is something almost religious about it.
So the teacher will go crazy if he doesn't keep teaching. The teacher will go crazy
ecology is a separate religion.
if he doesn't keep teaching
Want to have any
ecology. And there's something almost religious about it. What do you think about that, G-Jack? Let's see what he has to say. Absolutely.
Maybe not religious in the sense of a really it's image of God, but it is at least ontological.
It's your move, sir.
It's not. It's your move. You're white.
I already went.
I
Oh,
think
I
this idea
have to
that
confirm.
nature, in its inner structure, or as Kant would have put it, as an end in itself, somehow has an intrinsic meaning, and if we disturb this meaning with our activity, then we get into trouble. And if you don't believe in this intrinsic truth of nature, then the only way not to be an idiot is to try to stop these idiots. I totally agree with you.
You know, that's...
I think the moment we begin to discuss ecology, the discussion...
What did you think of your partner, G-Jack? What he had to say?
This is
Terrible.
This is the greatest podcast that's ever existed.
So stupid. Now, I think Werner Herzog is going to make a brilliant comeback here. Just wait, okay? We're going to see what he has. Oh, you're moving your pawns up. Your dirty little pawns proceeding up the board. Don't like that pawn. I took a page out of your book this time. I'm moving my little pony boys. Right off the battlefield.
I forgot how much you hate them.
I fucking despise those dumbass horses. It's my next tattoo is a guy clubbing a horse.
It's the most beautiful animal. It's God's greatest invention.
Oh, they're so awkward with their spindly spider legs. All right, Werner, what did you think of what G-Jag had to say?
That doesn't mean that I don't want to participate. I just want to be very clear about what I'm doing and how I am doing it. We've talked about this before. The moment you shoot at trees, destroy a mountain, chop down trees, there are two possibilities. On one hand, you can act like the religious people and say we have to preserve every little tree and every insect. On the other hand, you can say nature is stronger than us. We have to do what is necessary to survive, even if it means making sacrifices.
Well stated.
I actually like that point, though.
Those are a good point.
Dude, that's what I was saying. Like, it is cheesy. So this is an AI between Werner Herzog and G-Jag.
It's not an AI. They are in the room currently.
Oh, yes. Of course.
We have esteemed guest, Werner Herzog.
He's been begging to be on the podcast for so long. It's nice he could finally show up, you know. But, yeah, if you listen to them banter long enough, they occasionally say very brilliant things. Occasionally. That was a pretty good one, though.
So I had to look up. I didn't know if he was still alive or not.
He said, the moment you shoot at trees, destroy a mountain, chop down trees, there are two possibilities. On one hand, you act like the religious people, say we have to preserve every little tree and every insect. On the other hand, you can say nature is stronger than us. We have to do what is necessary to survive, even if it means making sacrifices. That's lovely.
Yeah. I love that we have that quoted on here twice now.
Yeah?
Since he said it and then you read it.
Yes. But I thought it sounded better when I said it. I was listening to a nice vegan debate this week where one of the arguments going back and forth was that it was even immoral to drive at night because your chance of killing bugs while driving was so much higher than during the day.
Is it, though?
Apparently, you kill, it's like something like 75% more gnats and, different, little bugs you don't see when you're driving at night because they're attracted to your headlights.
But are they attracted to your headlights quick enough for them to, as you're driving along, they come out and you hit them?
Supposedly.
That sounds wrong.
Well, it's the same way, when a deer crossing the road at night, they see the light.
Or in the day.
But you hit deers at night way more often. I kill way more deers at night than during the day.
It's what is that based on?
Just the truth, bro. Just life experience. I mean, that's why raccoons.
Steven's got that Republican statistical evidence. I have damning evidence that shows that this is true. Can we see it? No, I don't have it on me or with me, but I do have it, and I'm going to show it to the world eventually.
I got the Lord on my side. What more can I need?
Exactly.
But that is a thing. I'm sure we could find that stat, but more animals definitely get hit crossing the road at night during the day. 100%.
Now, that's true, but do you think it's because it's at night, or do you think it's because there are less cars driving on the road anyways, so they see it as a safer time to cross the road?
My understanding...
And that's for larger animals, like mammals and stuff. I can't see that being true for bugs. Bugs are empirically more active during the day.
I don't think that's true.
I'm sure there are certain bugs that are not, but most of the bugs that you're talking about hitting with your car, they are more active during the day.
No. Why are these bugs hitting my car at night? See, this is a Quora question. What about
did you just find a Yahoo answer?
What about the windshield phenomena on Wikipedia? Oh, the observation is that fewer dead insects accumulate on the people's windshields of the car since, and I can't read the rest because my browser is too outdated to open Wikipedia. On this computer. Oh shit, I got an update. I'm in.
I'm waiting on the edge of my fucking seat here.
That fewer dead insects accumulate on the windshield of people's cars since the early 2000s.
That means nothing. That's nothing. That's not information.
It's been attributed to the global decline in insect populations caused by human activity. My understanding is with mammals is that oftentimes, like outside of like country roads, at least in the city, is that animals are slightly apprehensive about crossing roads.
Right.
And that they tend to spring for it more often when they see a light illuminating the path. And that's why they get hit by cars more at night.
I can't imagine that that's true. I think...
Dude, if you just put your phone light on out in a dark field, insects flock to it like crazy.
Right. Okay. But your phone's not going 40 miles an hour.
But
and
if they
can
could
flock
see it
to
going,
it, but can they fly at 40 to 50 miles an hour?
They don't have to. If they're a quarter mile away and they see it, all they have to do is move X distance to be in the path of that vehicle.
Here's what I'm saying. You are a bug on the side of the road.
Yes.
And you see me coming. You're on the highway. You're in the bushes on the side of the highway.
Every day, bro.
I live out there, dog. Okay, so imagine I'm driving by going 70 miles an hour. And
why are you going 70?
Because I'm on the highway. I just said I'm on the highway.
Well, a highway is a different game because it's all lit up. I don't think you have quite the differential in light.
Okay, whatever. It's a dark highway. Let's say we're in North Carolina where they don't have
I think we go
lights over top of them.
I think you need to take me home to a country road. I tried to do that.
I did. I said North Carolina. What do you want from me, Steven?
All right.
The mountain mama country roads themselves.
Okay.
You're a gnat or you're a fly in a bush, and I drive by and you decide, oh, I'm gonna go get that light. Yeah. And you're saying what you're saying is,
yeah,
it's more likely that the bugs from the surrounding area are gonna jump in front of your car
at night,
yes, rather than and be able to make it there in time for you to hit them, because they don't live in the street.
You're making assumptions because
they don't live on the street. They live off to the side of the street.
There are X amount of bugs per every square foot of air at all times, day or night.
Okay,
might be a small number. So, like at night, bugs flock towards the light. So they might only have to move 2 inches. They're more likely to stay in the way of the car.
But it's not 2 inches because there's nothing on the road for them that they want.
That's not true.
They're off to the side.
No, bugs are everywhere.
If they're more active traveling during the day,
why do you
going
think that?
To different, like crossing the street rather to get, whatever pollen or whatever bullshit's on the side of the road, get the roadkill on the side of the road, whatever. That's the closest I can imagine bugs are ever going to be to the road, just hanging there chilling as if there's roadkill from a deer that you hit, possibly during the day.
A random square mile of country. Ignore the road from the equation.
Okay.
Just work with me. Every square foot of that cubic air of that square mile is going to have some number of like gnats or tiny little insects, right? They might not even be fully visible to the human eye, but like tiny little insects drift through the air like dust.
Sure, I can give you that.
So like if you put a 10-foot road in the middle of a country night, there's still bugs in that airspace. They're still in their airstreams, going to and fro, or buzzing around, or eating some dead rat, whatever. Like, they're still there. The point is that if a car is coming down that road, every single bug along that highway is more likely to, like, stay in awe of that light than during the day where everything's lit and they just go about their business.
I can agree with that point, but what I'm saying is that's not proof enough to me that there are more bugs are getting hit at nighttime.
I don't actually know that to be the case. That was an assumption in the debate I was listening to, but that supposedly that is a thing. I don't really know that to be the truth, but it seems to track for me. But I don't know. I'll say it. I'm not too proud. But the assumption was, let's say there are too many bugs, or there are more bugs at night likely to be hit by cars. If you were super vegan, anti-animal cruelty, in theory, you should avoid driving at night. That was the argument. It's not my argument.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think G-Jack thinks of that?
When we begin to discuss
Oh,
ecology,
nope, that's Herner. Shut up, Herner. We're going to
what I
G-Jack.
would propose as a solution to the ecological crisis. A one-way trip for all of us. Let's get on this boat, Andy. Why should we pass this burden on to the next generation? It's so sad because, of course, I don't believe that it would work. Yes, if everyone dies, there will be no more responsibility. But how do I then deal with it? When I talk to my little daughter and she asks me, Daddy, is it true that if you chop a tree down, it will take 100 years to grow another one? How do I explain that to her?
Yeah, bud, how do you explain that to her? Honestly, it sounds like so meaningful, though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's surprisingly so. Like, if I was an old philosophy man, and my daughter walked up to me...
And you will be one day, Stephen, don't worry.
God, we'll see. I just don't want to have a daughter that I have to explain trees to, because that sounds really annoying. But let's assume my daughter asks me about
Go touch grass, kid.
Chop down your own fucking trees.
Well, all the trees were abolished in the 2034 war on terror. So
In the nocturnal insect war of 20.
yeah, when they all rose up at night and we weren't ready.
No, but imagine your kid does ask you after, Daddy, why did you chop down that tree? Won't it take 100 years to grow another one? I'd feel so guilty.
Yeah, because you just got busted. You're like, fuck, I didn't think of that.
Dude, you know what I want to get busted for?
That's why I buy all my firewood from Home Depot, like an American.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Dude,
why do we bring up Home Depot in every conversation?
it's just such a funny place to steal from. And I really have a crime itch. I got the crime itchies. I want to get busted doing crimes right about now. I'm crime hungry.
What would be a good crime what would be enough of a crime to get you that sense of satisfaction, but wouldn't necessarily get you any like penalties? Like they'd catch you doing it. Like, come on, man.
Last time I got caught with heroin, they let me go, but that was pretty lucky.
They were like, if we we can book this guy and we can take him in and we can fine him and everything, but he's just going to come out here and get more heroin. Like, I don't want to do the paperwork.
Honestly, the first couple times they throw the book at you. After that, they just start getting annoyed. They're just like, get out of here, you scamp. Come on. Go get your drugs somewhere else.
They call you out by name.
Hey, Steven, get out of here. Leave some for the rest of everyone. You're hogging up all the drugs.
Hogging all the heroin.
No, the only crimes I want to do, it's at least 5 years. I gotta get more creative. You're right. I need to brainstorm more crimes that they let you go because it's funny enough. If the crime's funny enough, you don't have to do the time.
They're like, come on, that was...
Dog, that was hilarious. Get out of here.
You rascal.
That's a hard one. Do you got any ideas?
I really don't. I mean, I'm not as well versed in crime as you. I feel like...
I'm playing terrible chess right now, by the way. I cannot pay attention at all.
I mean, I think, like, obviously, like, shoplifting from Walmart. Like...
Depends on what state you're in. They're letting a lot of people walk right out right now.
Huh. You know?
That's a whole, like, Republican talking point.
You know, I mean, that's the thing. Like, the most you're going to get from that is just an old man at the front wearing a yellow vest who says, hey, stop. No, don't.
In Cincinnati, the one over here is in the top 10 most stolen from in the country. and it's been in that
You've
top
told
10.
me that before, but it's still funny every time I hear it.
But the one here, if you get busted, they put a cop shop, like, in the parking lot, and they will fuck you up over it. But, like, if you're in California or some of these other states right now, as long as it's under, like, $1,000, they will not stop you. They don't even call the police or make a report. And it's, like, actually... Like, it's shitty because it's become a Republican talking point, but honestly, a lot of businesses are having trouble staying open because everyone steals all their shit. Like, stealing from corporations is actually a super complicated question. And it's weird that it's, like, fashionable to, like, right now to, like, steal as much shit as possible. Oh yeah, Herzog? Is your latest film not working out too well? That's one of the 5 cats in this room right now that I'm not. There's 5 cats and a smelly dog, and I just came back from vacation and everything fell apart.
Your whole life just fell apart.
Just one train wreck after another right now. Oh God.
Well, you know, in similar news, I have the 2 cats. Jeremy and Peb's been getting along fantastically. I'm now at the point where he is free to roam the house. He's not sequestered to the one room anymore at night when I'm not here. He still likes to hang out in that room, which is cool. That means he feels comfortable in there. He gets along super well with her in the way that, like, he instigates some play and she plays for a little bit and then she gets tired of it and then he knows when to fuck off. He, like, you know, goes and, like, comes to me and I play with him for a bit, or he gives her space, whatever, but it's working out very well. And
That's
he's
awesome.
getting his balls removed on Friday.
Yeah, none of mine get along. They just yell at. I found 3. I heard a cat hissing behind the couch, so I looked behind the couch. I try to get the cat out. Turns out, in the darkness, there's a second cat hissing at me.
Mm.
And I try to move that cat. They're in a standoff. So I move the side couch so that I can let him free. Turns out there's a third cat in the darkness hissing at me. Just 3 cats hissing at me behind the couch. Every day. They just fight all day.
Real cat in the wall scenario.
It is. You have to throw in the Cheeto. I don't know.
You have to get the Cheeto dust on your fingers and put it all over the walls. And then
Apparently, that episode of Sunny, that was a product placement. And
for Cheetos?
Yeah, and Cheetos was super angry at him because they said the only thing they didn't want him to do was to play up how greasy they are. And that's the only product placement they did for it.
That's the only thing they talked about.
Yeah.
That's
And Cheetos
great.
was not very happy.
Oh, that's very good.
Whose turn is it? I'm.
That's your turn.
You're playing more aggressive than normal, and I'm playing more disorganized than normal.
I think we've had this conversation before. We started a game like this before, and you still end up winning. So we'll see.
We'll see. I'm not feeling confident today. Let's see what your teammate G-Jack thinks.
I don't even talk about such
sorry.
things with my children. I don't need to discuss it with them. They sense the truth. But I'm not going to die from guilt because I chop down trees. If a tree is so precious that you have to protect it, then you have to tie yourself to it and stay there. But I don't have anything to do with this sort of thinking. When you have a child, you get to know a completely different responsibility, which doesn't come from outside. When you have a child, something happens that was different before.
Damn.
You know, that's a valid point. Actually, I
chop-
didn't hear what he said.
What do you mean you didn't hear what he said?
I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking too much about
I
winning.
don't even...
He doesn't even like to talk about such things with children anymore. I don't need to discuss it with them. They sense the truth. Would you chop down a 100-year-old tree in front of your daughter, you pervert?
I mean, it depends on how much I want it and
feel like
or need it.
I feel like it depends on what you use the tree for. Like to make a bunch of pencils out of something that existed for a century?
Yeah. It's like, you
Seems
know,
like in poor taste.
you can get them things down at Walmart for, you know, $7.99, a big old nice box of brand new Ticaranda pencils.
And they make those out of dumb little saplings that didn't even have to stay around that long.
Yeah, they didn't get a chance to stay around that long.
Good.
Now I'm chewing on you in my math class.
Well, let's see what G-Jack says.
Of course. Yes, all I would say is symbolically it would be very nice to kill us all, but unfortunately that's not the solution. The only real solution is politics and different ways of persuading people to do things. But this is such a difficult question. What is your idea then?
I'm not an expert on this, but I have an idea that could work.
Oh, my boy's got ideas. It's your turn.
Not anymore.
What do you think his idea is going to be? I'm so curious now.
I bet it's got something to do with the water in Flint.
Interesting. I wonder if they're limited to time period or not. I'm forcing your hand. We got to get this game popping. I'm getting real aggressive right now. I'm sacrificing pieces left and right, motherfucker. I dare you to take my bishop, motherfucker. Just take a little nibble of my bishop. I dare you.
A double dog dare.
I need to get in my shit talking mode. That's when I play my best. Yeah, take a little nibble. Look at that sexy little hat he's wearing. All right, let's see what his idea is.
You have to stop the global traffic of ships and trade traffic because they consume too much energy. The answer is simple. Just stop all the traffic. Every ship must be stopped and not allowed to move anymore. A year later, then you can start again, according to a new system of calculation. And by that time, there would be technology for the capture of carbon dioxide and the storage of it underground. Yes, that could be done. But in the meantime, while they work toward that goal, you stop all this nonsense.
That was a very weird answer. He just wants to stop boat trade.
I mean, in lieu of what though? Like, do we switch to planes? Does that change the problem? Is it because they're on the sea? Is he afraid of pirates?
He just wants to stop all the... his basic answer is anti-consumption, and by that time there would be technology to capture carbon dioxide and store it underground. He's counting on the X Factor to save us.
Mm-hmm.
G-Jack believes in humanity, unlike Herzog, who's a pessimist. Now, I must address, you did not attack my sexy little bishop.
I did not. You are correct.
Why?
It would be a foolish move to do so. There's no reason for it.
Doesn't it seem cowardice?
I believe confusing cowardice with good planning strategy is a bad move.
I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely the aggressive move, and you might get some wins on that, get some takes on that. But
I just killed your dumb little pony.
That's okay.
All right, so
because I'm gonna kill yours.
I agree, but I don't think that this would work. Even people in the ecologist movement wouldn't accept.
Okay. I thought you were actually going to kill my horse. No, you took a pawn,
and
you're in striking distance.
That's correct.
Okay. I can't listen to these idiots drone while I make such an important move. I need to save my little pony. This is my favorite little pony.
Did you ever get into the whole brony scene?
No, only pedophiles do that. Seriously, I don't...
I was going to wait for you to say, oh yeah, I hung out there all the time, and then I was going to say you're a pedophile. We both went for the same joke, and that's fair.
They're just the best jokes.
It's a low-hanging fruit, you know?
It is such a weird subject. I watched the documentary on it, that's for sure. Those guys are, like, actually fucked.
Yeah, it was such a phenomenon at one point earlier on, and I was like, well, there's got to be something to it then. There's got to be something to the show that all these people are watching it. And I couldn't... It's like, it's not that it's a bad show. It's just not something that I want to watch. There wasn't anything in it. I mean, okay, it parallels with the things that I enjoyed about that I thought were good was like, it parallels with like...
What about all those sexy little ponies?
Yeah, that's the part I wasn't really communicating with in my head. I wasn't getting there myself.
Yeah, I'm pressing you. I'm half court, full court pressing you, bud. Now, these guys, let's get them to give a new argument, because I expect more from them. And right now they're just talking about when ships arrive in China.
You're in check, by the way.
Yeah. All right.
I don't like discussions that are reduced to political debates. I don't like it. I'm prepared to do the most difficult things in nature. I've done that all my life. For example, with the Fitzbaraldo project. I know more about those things than anyone else, so I'm not afraid of any difficulties that come from nature itself. That's not the issue. Yes, I would do it. I would move the ship.
He would move the fucking ship, and I'll sacrifice my queen to kill yours any day. You think I need a queen? I bet you back right off. Back it up, Buster. Now, we did run into this problem last time. Real chess move rules. If you kill that queen, can I kill it with my king? Or did I just fuck that up?
I forget. I mean, that's how I always played it before.
Same, but I feel like real rules, we ran into that issue where you were forced to draw, even though you didn't have to. Remember that? It was our first game. Where, like, you should have won, but it gave me the draw.
Oh, maybe.
I'm worried this is one of those situations, but I don't know. Yeah, you backed right off. You need that queen more than I need mine. Dude, I love chess shit talking. I don't know why it's so much fun. It's the art of war.
I mean...
Wonder what Sun Tzu would have to say about this.
Oh man, we need an AI with Sun Tzu.
Dude, that'd be dope as fuck.
You go through, find his body and recreate his vocal cords or whatever. Like they
animatronic Sun Tzu.
Yeah. Let's take his ass to Chuck E. Cheese.
Now squeakier than ever.
He spouts quotes from the book from the Art of War, and then like interspersed with like ads for Pepsi and Domino's new cheese crust pizza.
God damn it, that would be so fucking funny, man. That's outrageous.
Yeah, your opponents will never see this flavor coming.
That is outrageous. Fuck, I'm just gonna come right for your throat. You gonna lose your queen to a pawn? I wonder what Sun Tzu would do in your shoes.
I mean, what's the negative side of taking that pawn? I don't...
2 moves away, motherfucker. You'll see it. Or you won't.
Or you won't.
Sun Tzu, The Art of War, the oldest military treasure in the world. What a little treasure trove. 16. The spot where we intend to fight must not be made known, for then the enemy will have to prepare against a possible attack at several different points, and his forces being thus distributed in many directions, the numbers we shall have to face at any given point will be proportionally few. That's why you always jump motherfuckers when they're not ready.
Truer words have never been spoken, Steven.
Absolutely. That's why I was pressuring your queen, because you don't even know where the battle's taking place. You're not even in the battlefield. Alright. Well, let me think.
Mm-hmm. You think on that. Let's get some...
all those ecological...
I can only say that, of course, whenever you are involved in making a film and then have to ask a man with a gun who is guarding a property to move away for a moment so that you can walk into this jungle and you see a tree upon which there's a sign that says no entry. Of course, I know that this is a crime against nature, but when you look on the flip side at human civilization, it is by far much worse. if we look at what is happening in this country, where they strip the landscape bare for coal, for example, and just destroy everything, you tell yourself, okay, it's not as bad as it could be. Because if you look at Auschwitz, for example, that was much worse.
They're bringing Auschwitz into this.
A much worse crime against mankind and against nature. So I would say, let us not go so far for moralistic reasons. Let us take it more coolly, more scientifically, and more safely.
You know, I agree. Putting a sign on a tree that says keep out is exactly like Auschwitz.
God, I feel like there's so many pitfalls in even...
You can put that in the folder.
I just don't even know where to begin.
You know, he brought up the topic, not us.
There's like a gift shop there now. People take pictures on the tracks and stuff.
Jesus.
Which is like... It's become like a weird problem because it's a lot of people, you know, paying respects, but then you also get people just new boot goofing on the tracks. You know? It's not very cool of them.
Not very fucking cool at all.
There's a time and a place for new boot goofing. And it's fucking not Auschwitz. Your move, motherfucker.
In my view, we should nonetheless focus on this time. I know it is a theoretical sacrifice, but I think that in reality it would have a tremendous emancipatory impact. I suspect that if this were to happen, humanity would be liberated. And just to make the story really obscene, why not have Richard Dawkins write the new 10 Commandments?
Amen.
If the old ones are not working anymore, then let's rename them and get rid of the old religious obstacles. This would be the revolutionary aspect. If we want to change the world, let us not beat around the bush. Let's focus on this.
Damn. He said, let Richard Dawkins write the new 10 Commandments because the old ones ain't fucking doing it.
Damn. That's, yeah, get that old white fuck to write the rules, write the moral code.
Oh my god, this old stinky dog is just walking around stinking.
Oh, stinky Sophie.
It's so smelly. Alright, so what's going on in this game? Because we're playing very slow. I'm not sure how
I'm not playing slow at all. I'm waiting on you.
I think my browser keeps disconnecting. But this is... Alright, what was your last move?
I moved my my rook from 8H to 8F.
Okay. The landscape's developing really slow, but we're almost mirroring each other. Like positionally.
I don't believe that to be true.
I don't get why you want that rook out though. You can't take the horse. You can take my bishop and then you'd lose your rook. Like unless you're just trying to press. Oh my god, stinky dog. Why don't, come closer to the microphone, please.
Yeah, please.
Alright. My little horsey's giving you kicking one of your farmers.
Okay.
Oh, horse is stomping. Alright.
Great film the actors are doing all the time is that they are violating the unwritten laws. I think this is why cinema is such a subversive thing. It's not enough to say that we should follow the rules and so on. These rules themselves should be changed. I would even argue that radical changes are needed so that we can preserve civilization, preserve whatever richness remains. Also, another thing which we all know and which you rightly emphasize all the time is that it is...
What did you do?
I just burnt my finger.
On what?
It's okay. It's not bad, actually. It's not bad at all.
You hit your crack pipe a little too long? Because
that
move is garbage.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice how bad
Did you accidentally just let go of your piece?
No, I forgot about your horse that was there.
My little brony come and topple your castle. God, you know how cool it would be to watch a horse destroy a house? Like just one brick, like a really motivated
they
horse.
could do it. If they would, that's the thing. They have to be motivated. They have to have inspiration to do it.
Now
because they're not just going to do it on their own.
That's the real philosophy question. How do you motivate a horse? A carrot or a stick? Or how do you motivate a horse enough to destroy the whole house? I feel like meth and a lot of carrots.
Oh, that's checkmate, baby.
Is that actually?
I think it is.
See, this is why can't I kill you?
Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I'm wrong.
Why can't
I thought my queen was somewhere else.
See,
no, it is. Wait, no.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Why can't I kill your bishop? That's what I really don't understand. Because
because if you kill my bishop, then my queen will kill you.
Normally, I can kill your bishop.
I think so. Yes.
That's what I thought last time, but this is actually really annoying. You might have me. I have to move. Damn, dude, I did not see that coming. That was a good snipe. All right, we'll see what happens. I think if you don't get me in the next 2 moves, I can survive.
It is also culture itself, our ability to think, to live freely, to do what we want to do, to enjoy what we want to enjoy. So I agree with you, but with a crucial twist that the basic change should not be in the nature side, but rather in the human side. What if we were just allowed to get rid of all those elements that threaten humanity?
I totally agree. I would just add that we are already doing.
Alright, what did you do?
I moved my bishop.
So I'm still alive. Interesting. We have some interesting diagonal play. You have a queen and 2 bishops into my backyard.
Yes.
So you have 3 diagonals. None of them have a clear line of sight on the president, my king. But I know they're looking for that JFK shot.
I got 2 in the warehouse and 1 in the grassy knoll.
Yeah. Now I got a lot of Secret Service agents. But they're all landlocked. You know, it's Secret Service.
The King's
agents.
Secret Service.
They cluster up like bimbos. You know, they they walk into each other. You know, that's actually this sounds so fucking stupid. But one of the big JFK theories is that apparently this part's true. The night before that parade or whatever the fuck they're doing, that nice clear afternoon drive.
Yeah.
All the Secret Service guys went out to a bar and got way too drunk. And supposedly there's some evidence, I don't know if it's true, what the fuck do I know, that one of the agents could have accidentally just fired his gun at the car. Not realizing it was loaded.
He was just going pew pew, just aiming it at the president, and
I believe the guy was behind him
because he was drunk yesterday.
They were all super hungover, supposedly, and if he didn't realize his gun was loaded and he accidentally pulled the trigger while standing behind the car, or there were some guys I think standing on the bumpers, if I remember. I don't know, but it was an interesting theory. This guy that wrote 10 books about it, and he's considered one of the actual primary figures on it. That was his big conclusion, was that it was a Secret Service misfire. And there's a lot of interesting stuff with fucking Oswald, whatever the fuck, because he was in Russia for years, and he was primed to do this shooting, but it is possible it was all a mistake, and they used this guy's sketchy background to pin an assassination that could have been an inside jobs or accident by the Secret Service.
I mean, if it had happened there are so many there are people filming that happening. That would have been the case there, unless it was from a very long way away, which is crazy.
It was the type of thing, I believe the analysis was that, because you don't see the 3 shots on camera either.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That leads to the fact that Oh, you mean like you don't see them all go into him?
No, like the rate of shutter speed and like film quality at the time. I'm pretty sure somebody did a test where it's like he could have been right next to, like if you pulled the trigger of a gun right next to him, you still wouldn't have like likely clearly been able to see it come from gun A to skull B or whatever.
Insert gun A, insert bullet A into skull B.
You get
using
mashed
provided
potatoes for everyone. Why are the mashed potatoes so red? I still haven't figured out this move. I feel like you're doing a whole lot of flapping, but not a whole lot of flopping. It's crazy. You have so many pieces close to me, but I really am in no danger at all. It's like this almost doesn't matter. It's like your attempts are just futile.
I don't find that to be entirely true.
It's just futile. Nothing's happening right now.
Said Trump in his most recent interview on Fox.
Oh my god, what a clusterfuck it's been. He's gonna have 2 overlapping trials during his presidential run that he has to win to not go to prison.
Yeah.
So fucking whack. What the fuck? Oh, man.
And that's the wild thing. He's still gonna win the presidential, the nominee for the Republican nominee.
It's looking that way, but the old school Republicans are not feeling it. And DeSantis, it really depends on how bad DeSantis keeps flubbing up, because he should be killing it right now, but he's a little goon baby who can't keep his spine straight, or else he'd be fucking killing the polls right now. Did you see my move?
I did see your move.
I don't even have to do much. It's a pretty easy little baby move. He's so pissed if you checkmate me. But I don't even think I have to put much effort into that move, because I'm in a very comfortable position.
You see it very clearly in this country. We are already doing what radical ecologists who are not yet radical enough want. For example, coal is no longer mined for its energy value. Rather, it's mined for its environmental impact in terms of CO2 emissions.
CO2.
And we have all kinds of crazy things, like the development of electric cars, which are a completely crazy project, because they are really no more efficient than solar cells. And then there's the coal. Even if you would turn all the electricity in this country into electricity for the car, it would be nothing but a drop in the bucket. Maybe 1 or 2% less CO2 emissions. But then, just politically, you need to have an alternative. So instead of putting money into solar cells, we put them into coal. But by the way, I'm also a big fan of solar cells, just as a technical innovation. And we'll see, of course, that within 10 or 15 years they will have become much more efficient. And the batteries will have become much safer. And there are many other alternatives. For example, railroads.
Yeah, let's talk about transportation for a minute. Steven, what are your thoughts on the whole transportation issue that's going on right now?
Of the recent derailments, electric cars, coal, like what?
Yes.
I mean, our infrastructure's 40 years behind. We're bordering Russia era cities.
What do you mean it's 40 years behind? 75's been under construction since I've been alive.
They still can't get it together. It's just so outrageous.
There's 3 different like main routes for me to take to get like to like Metro Detroit from where I live. All 3 of them are under construction right now.
That's garbage.
There's no way to go that's not. And the one that I usually would use up Woodward is like, it's been under construction since March, and they were like, it's going to be done by June. And it is now,
June 2 years later.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
here's
now
the thing, though.
mid-June. It's nowhere near done.
I can say this with confidence. All the coal miners just need to go ahead and die from the black lung. Just get it over with.
Yeah. What are you waiting for,
All
coward?
these baby miners, they all just need to learn how to code and get over it. Okay, their jobs are gone. No one gives a fuck about coal. Like, realistically, G-Jack is right. We still need it for a while, but not really. Like, we can push through this if we made the investments. Like, it is like the past. And I can say that as a guy who, if I lived in a different part of the country, I very easily could be some dumbass coal miner dying of coal dust and cigarettes. Mm-hmm. And it's like sad, but we have to move forward. Fuck the coal miners. I say that proudly.
Well put, Stephen. Well stated. It's not so much that I'm in a bad place right now in this game.
Just not in a very good place.
It's not even that. It's just that I think I can end this in the next 3 turns. And I want that.
I don't believe that at all. Do you see what's going to happen?
I see multiple things that can happen.
Can you see everywhere?
All at once? Yes.
Because I can. I think you're forgetting about one crucial move I have lined up. It's your turn though, right?
I mean, I see one good one that is definitely throwing me off. But that's the only one I see. I think that you see one because you expect me to do a thing, but I'm not going to do that thing. At least not in the way that you think I am.
I'm expecting you to try to end this with your queen.
I mean, she's definitely going to be part of the mix.
You think that?
But I don't think it's going to be in the way that you want it to be. Okay. Well, let's get nasty with it. Let's go over here.
Let's mix it up.
Yeah. Because I still think I have something here.
Pull the damn trigger. Really?
Yes, really.
Yikes.
That's correct.
Yikes. Andrew, what a lack of confidence. That is wild. You just backing up? You just want a different diagonal shot you can't make?
It's it's the it's the equivalent of ducking and weaving, if you will.
That actually is very interesting. That does open it wide up, but really, I don't know if that helps you at all.
I truly believe that it does.
I just formed a perfect pyramid. Impenetrable bunker. I'm about to go deep Hitler style. Getting the pills at the ready for worst case scenario. Because we're always willing to die in war. But I don't think I'll need them.
Such a problem for the United States because you don't have the excuse that we do. We are not like Canada. We don't have a big wilderness where we can develop in an isolated way. Europe does it all the time. You take these projects for building new cities on the sea. You know how this works. It goes like this. There's an old city that is no longer functioning, and so you move the people, then you build this new city. But you sell it to investors like Richard Branson, hoping they will pay you back with a new inflow of capital, and then you begin again. Just think about the billions that were collected for the reconstruction of New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, and where did they go? Who profited from this? And why doesn't even Obama ask these questions?
Yeah, Obama. Fuck. Why don't you ask these questions?
Ask the damn question, Obama. What are you doing?
What is your move?
Retired?
What is making shitty Netflix documentaries like a coward? He really is. He's such
What would be the non-cowardly thing for him to do?
To give a fuck about the elections at all, or like what's going on in politics for the last 3 years. Like he cut some fat ass Netflix deals, does the speaking engagements, and like once backed political things. Like he 4 times in the last 4 years he's stood up for Democratic candidates. That's absurd.
Okay, for the point of like, hey, you should be doing this thing. I honestly can't say I would do anything different. If I was in the position of like I was president for 8 years, I would wash my fucking hands clean, and then replaced immediately by Donald Trump.
So would I, but
I would wash my hands of it and find something else I can get money with.
Dude, absolutely. But a person that runs for president shouldn't be that way. Like, you would think someone who has the guts, quote unquote guts, to like lead a country for 8 years would have the guts to stay engaged and give a fuck.
To keep doing it afterward?
Yeah. As is pretty typical for presidents. Normally it's like a year, like the first year off, they kind of
where the fuck did Bush go when after... You know, that's a bad example. List any president, any living president. What did they do after they were finished with their term?
They mostly back off, but I'm pretty sure most of them had a lot more engagement than Obama. Especially Obama's whole deal was...
But they didn't have Netflix back then.
Yeah, but I mean, he went in like as the hope candidate and like didn't do that much and kind of like... I feel like he let just a lot of people's hope dry up. That's kind of like what his candidacy was in a lot of ways.
I mean, I think it definitely left the people feeling off their guard in the way that, I mean, at least in Michigan during the 2016 election, it felt like everyone was like, oh, like for sure, like Hillary's going to win. Like, it's just a given.
That's what the polls were at the time.
And then, you know, like, because of that, enough people were apparently like, well, I'm not going to go vote, though. Or if I do, I'm going to vote, you know, independent or something. Because Hillary's going to win it anyways. And then because of that, Trump won. I think after that was when... people were like, oh, I guess we actually do have to pay attention to this now.
I think that's part of the story, but I think, well, I mean, you're right, but it was just so much arrogance. Just so stupid. But then again, I didn't give a fuck about politics at all at the time either.
Yeah, you're part of the problem.
Yeah. I've noticed this thing. I've been thinking about the fly bottle, Wittgenstein. I like talking about stuff. I like politics. I like having problems and like watching the chaos of a president trying not to go to prison and a nation that's corrupt. I like the chaos. I don't really give a fuck about changing any of it. I don't give a fuck. I like having opinions about people and thinking people are pieces of shit. I like making my private judgments and having my own like moral opinions on things. But in the end, I can justify killing a lot of people. I don't really give a fuck what people do. Like, I don't think I give a fuck much about anything. But I enjoy the judgments in the meantime. And I think the difference between me and most people is I'm just more honest about it with myself. I like talking about the stuff, but I don't want to go canvas or give a fuck what happens. Fuck it all. It's not worth it. I just want to pretend about killing people and be bad at chess.
You know, there's not much more that life has to offer.
Well, let's see what your boy has to offer.
We can't just act like judges.
Make your move.
And I consider the United States more of a culture than a country. I don't even know what country means, because it's always something artificial.
Okay.
Like this country
it's that
we have
really
here
weird
now,
move.
which is called Germany. It doesn't exist.
I mean,
there are no natural borders. It's completely arbitrary who should live together and under what rules
Trying to
and
hopscotch
with what
me.
sort of a constitution.
I don't
So
play
for me,
hopscotch.
the US never was a real country. It's a great, almost fantastical cultural development. And of course you must fight hard. What I see happening in the US in terms of cinema, for example, is stunning. Where else do you see such a concentration of fantastic talents in one place? Maybe only in France. And yet the world has not caught on to this. I'm happy to be part of this
Only in
worldwide wake-up call that will
He
come
fell
from the
asleep
US.
halfway through that word.
I'll agree. Of course, one should never underestimate the power of this us mainstream cinema. It has been able to absorb everything, including very radical experiments like Nouvelle Vague and so on, and turn them into a new mainstream. So, it's always dangerous to underestimate or overestimate these things. At the same time, I think that we are in a deadlock. These days, when I watch, say, Hollywood cinema, I find it so boring that sometimes I have a temptation to think that some of these new movies from minor countries around the Mediterranean Sea, from Spain, Greece, and so on, are much more interesting and valuable.
But I say no, don't do it. Because first of all, you are always too late. You can never catch up with Hollywood, because they have the money and they have the marketing and they have everything. And secondly, because it's not where the action is. The American cinema is an enormous genre cinema, but it's also always
it's a really
swivel
interesting
chair
move.
cinema.
Alright.
And that's all.
Pushing back. I don't think it matters, though. I feel like you're missing the setup by like one move, or you're just like a piece short on completing it. Because I know what you want to do, but
That's mostly what I'm just don't have
picking.
all the right pieces in all the right places, and or the issue is that you have too many pieces in the right places.
I have a lot of counters. I don't have a good offense right now, though.
Right.
Thing is I'm bunkered up right now, but I'm having trouble. I don't have much space to breathe either. Where like it's easy to get stuck. It's easy to defend right now, but it's easy to get stuck. I'm trying to get my snipers out there. I'm trying to get my hitters on these streets.
It's time to bring out the boy.
Which boy? Is it a horse?
You already know.
I knew. Stupid fucking. That thing's got a fucking bounty on its head. I'll tell you that right now. I think you're just gonna hopscotch in with your little pony.
All players on the field notice as the horse stompers out just a little bit, like, hey, what's up over here?
Fucking.
All
shiny
guns
and-
trained on my horse.
Yeah. Covered in glitter,
Yeah, just
rainbows and shit.
was it phantasmal yet resplendent? Resplendent? I forget that word.
I have no idea what
That's the Adventure Zone thing. I think it's resplendent.
We're
Attractive and impressive through being richly colorful or sumptuous.
I wish we could skip ahead 10 moves to see how this because
Let the AI play it out.
I thought about setting up this podcast where we both had a chess AI. We both had the Herzog and GJack, whatever, doing their AI, and we just
They're playing. We're playing them.
yeah, just fully automate a shit podcast. See,
You mean rather than make one by hand like we usually do?
we have to vote who won the debate and the chess game. Well, your horse is cock blocked now. That piece of shit's not going anywhere.
I mean, that's not.
You have nowhere to go. It's dead anywhere it moves. Dead on arrival.
I mean, that's absolutely not true.
It is.
Just by saying it now, it is so.
Sir, let me gaslight you. Okay. I'm running low on vape juice, and I only got so many pouches of dip, okay? Do we need a clock, a little timer? Because I would love to have timers so we could slam it. Like, your turn.
Yeah, for this audio medium, just slam on your desk.
That'd be so much fun, though. Okay. It's like you don't know how pieces move.
Oh, God damn it.
Just have to... I see the cracks forming.
It's like you don't know how pieces move. Oh, God damn it.
Got you real off kilter. That horse is one sprained ankle away from a death sentence. Like any horse, because they're stupid fucking ankles.
Oh, horses are assholes.
Backlash. They are making films which are reactionary in a sense. Take the latest James Bond film,
Oh shit,
for
Double
example.
O.
What do they show? They show buildings that are struck by earthquakes.
Is that really what you meant to do?
Oh, damn it. Yeah. No, that isn't, but it's okay.
I feel like you're tricking me.
No. No, I did fuck up. I meant to go down.
I told you
I meant
once
to go closer to me.
Once the cracks form, you can't see them.
Yeah, I thought about putting on the fuck's it called? Like the take-backs.
I'm fine with
that was
if
an
you wanna
option.
Do that in the future. Because I totally move and then realize what I did wrong a lot. I was really annoyed earlier when you put me in check because I was about the castle to the right.
Oh, yeah.
And I was totally blocked. I was going to be so pissed if you checkmated me before, because I would have had like the whole side of the board how I wanted it, like in my corner. I was going to get stuck before the castle. I started doing where I build a bunker on the right side, where I stagger my pawns, move my horse up, then bishop, and everything's like blocked in. But if someone's really aggressive, there's like no way for me to move, but they can't get anything either. That's interesting. Okay, so you basically right now are just working with a queen and a bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Queen and two bishops still. Right now you have my queen in check to a bishop. But if I take your pawn, then we're back to queen for queen.
You take my pawn?
If I go straight, then we're back at queen for queen.
True.
Or if I drop back to c1, you have nothing, but I don't get to take a piece. But I feel like you weren't thinking I would do that. If I do...
I do declare.
Which means that would be a really weird spot. Because you can't check me with that bishop. You know what? Fuck you. Let's rock and roll, buddy. Queen for queen. Do it. Sacrifice it.
Oh, that's the route you meant to... Okay. I thought you were going to take my queen with your pawn.
I will.
I mean, you didn't, though.
If you want to kill my queen, you lose yours.
Yeah.
Which you've had 2 opportunities to now, by the way. That you probably should have taken one. I feel like if you're down pieces, you always take their queen. Even if you have to lose one. I don't know if that's good theory or not, but that's what I always feel like I have to do. Because if they have more pieces than me and they have the dynamicness of the queen, you're just like fucked. You're in a terrible spot.
I don't... Let me think this out for a second.
Alright, we'll go back.
Because I feel like the obvious thing is, like, I take your queen. and then you take mine, and it's okay, whatever. Now we're out 2 queens, but I think I can save it.
But then you have 2 bishops and 1 rook. I have 2 rooks and 1 bishop and a shit ton of pawn. I guess we'd be about even. Yeah? Never mind. think about it.
Not the buildings, but the people.
No, because here's the thing.
Who in the meantime...
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a queen for queen. I can save mine, but it means that you keep yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you just said? Because I wasn't listening.
That's not what I said, but that is true, yeah. But I think you'll be at a even larger disadvantage if you don't take it.
I don't know that to be true. You know what? No, the plan that I had was going to be a bad one. Never mind.
I mean, I don't want to lose my queen.
Right. And why would you?
We'll see what you do. We'll see.
I have been genetically modified, that is, improved, are running around with tails because they can't contain their happiness anymore. There's a very strong reactionary strain in American cinema right now, and that's why I'm not a Hollywood filmmaker. And we can't go there. We have to find our own way.
We gotta do it our own way.
I'm not a California.
You remember The Brave Little Toaster?
I sure do. I love that movie.
Hell of a movie.
Yeah. That's when cinema was still
You
good.
gotta do it your own way.
Shout out to Don Bluth.
Do you remember who directed The Brave Little Toaster?
He's the animator, I think.
That is wild. Kind of impressive.
He made a bunch of movies that, like, all the, like, Land Before Time was a
What
Don
about-
Bluth one.
What about the robot? The big one.
Ooh, what was that called? It was like My Giant Robot or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it
that was
was.
actually a good one.
I know
like a
Don
tenth of a
Bluth did
Disney
Secret of Nim, All Dogs That Go to Heaven, Land Before Time, Anastasia.
Just curious, was he any good at chess?
Maybe I could phone a friend, is what you're saying? Call my boy Don Bluth out in
Because I don't see him helping you out of this pickle.
Let's see. I think I have something.
Okay. Run it.
I think
Big dog's
I have
gotta eat.
something.
Daddy always gets a taste.
Gross. All right. You're.
Check-a-doodle-doo?
Give me a second here.
I don't think so. So curious what you're gonna do.
What I like very much about this new Balkan cinema, for example, is that it takes things as they are. For some time now, I have been telling my students, I will say it again, maybe too often. Everything you are looking for in Hollywood cinema is already there. You just have to look at it the
did you
right
do?
way.
You're in check. Move that nice lady in a different direction.
Why, dog? Why?
Why not?
Because this. I'm going to make you do this. If you don't take my queen, you can't progress. And I'm going to take your queen no matter what. Actually, that was actually a very clever move. We're both pretty smart guys.
What can we say?
Same things.
What can we say that hasn't already been said?
Look at the ending and so on. The formula is simple enough. Your ask is when you go to see a movie to say, okay, what would it look like if this were done by Balkan filmmaker? How would it be? And I think that this is a truly interesting thing to do.
We must turn Hollywood into a genre cinema.
See, you had a chance.
Must we, though?
You had a chance to take my queen. Now, no matter what, you lose your queen or your bishop. I would have had check, though.
If you can't take my bishop, because if you take my bishop without taking my queen first, I'll just
What?
checkmate, because I'll just take your king.
Yeah,
if you move that queen out of the way, so the bishop's safe.
Kinda. Just not long. You're very retreaty. You're not afraid to backpedal.
I don't know if it's a retreaty or a repositioning.
That was a good reposition. That was a good moving of the troops, but
because there's no reason for me to be where I was before. It wasn't doing me any good. Where right now you have to either take my queen or move it in a way that's still, just move it back the one space. Neither one's a good move for you.
I can just stay. Why do I have to do anything?
Oh yeah, you got the knight up there. Or not the knight, the rook. I don't know, fucking do something then, coward.
Did it. Now you can't back up your queen. She's totally isolated.
I mean, I can back it up. I just have to back it up more than I would want to.
Interesting. You took a half measure there.
Yeah.
Probably should have taken a full scoop.
Take a full scoop out of that jar of peanut butter. 2 scoops of raisins. 2 scoops of raisins in every episode. Trash cats, trash cast. There's 2 scoops of raisins in the metadata. You gotta download it and print it out.
Dude, you're just causing like a 5-car pileup over there.
Am I?
You just don't want to take the queen.
I want to take the queen. I don't want to lose my queen.
Because it's your, lifeline. But if you would have taken it...
It makes things easier. If we both go, queen, we lose our queens, that's a bummer. But it's not, over.
I think it will be for you.
It's just curtains for you.
Alright, I'm taking a big gamble. We're going to see how this plays. I'm forcing you to sacrifice something. Because we have to push the pace.
Okay.
I've been doing it for years. The film Fitzcarraldo, for example, is a Hollywood film that has all the
Bishop or
elements
queen,
of a
you
Hollywood
pick.
film and takes them as they are. There is some strange, intellectualized, philosophical aspect to this film, which doesn't exist in any other Hollywood film. Of course, there is no happy ending and no clear-cut solution.
I'm backed by rooks. Either way. I'm guarded. You know, like when you're an important person and your bodyguard's got your back. Kind of like that.
I know exactly what that feels like.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. Okay, so... that way you'll take my queen and my rookers.
It sounds like the battle cry of someone who's losing.
All I have to do is slide my second rook behind my queen, and we all die. That's hilarious, right?
It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good.
But I'm trying to see if there's something that shakes out better.
I mean, honestly, from your perspective, it's not a bad plan. It's going to make the end of this game suck.
For both of us.
I mean, you'll still have your bishops.
Fuck it. Let's fucking... You want to sling some mud? Let's go. If you... See, I know you, though. You're sneaky. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just see what happens. I don't even know what's actually going to happen, but let's... I think you're going to avoid it, though. But I got to ace up my sleeve. Good old... What'd you do? You little rascal. Show me the move, game. Oh my god, this dog. She's killing me.
Just tippy-tapping. Tippy-tapping all through the house.
Give me 1 sec. Hard drive is filling up.
Oh shit.
We're good. Gotta delete some files.
Just...
Hello, Mr. Trash Can. Let's delete 3,000 files. We're back in the game.
We're back in the game. Here we are.
What did you do?
I moved my bishop.
You think you're going to checkmate me with the 2 bishops?
I mean, anything's possible through the power of God. With the power of God and anime on my side. Which, by the way, I've been watching anime lately. I got a free 2-week subscription to Crunchyroll, and I've been using it.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Started rewatching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
You know what?
Which I think, honestly, if you could get past the fact that it's anime, I think you would like that show.
Fuck your queen. Your queen's dead. I tried it, but it's just not very good.
You know, that's a matter of opinion.
The animation just is not cool to me. You lost your queen.
Uh-huh. And I'm in check.
Yeah.
So what we're discovering now is that you didn't fall for my bluff and that it was a bad move.
I think you can checkmate me with the 2 bishops, but I don't think you can with my 2 rooks. Am I tripping?
Yeah. I think you are, actually. Because the cool thing about bishops is that what I need to do, all I need to do, it doesn't matter how close they are, they just have to be in the right spot. So I need to be in a spot where you can't move.
I think you're fucked.
What's like your opinion?
God, you got me so fucking anxious. I should be war-ready confident. This dog's not helping me, just tip-tapping around.
Just tippy-tapping all over the place.
She makes it through the whole workday without needing to pee, and then I can't tell at night if she's just restless or if she, actually...
For anything. In the end, the ship is stuck in the jungle. It's destroyed, and he remains there alone with a woman who has betrayed him.
I am very close to you in all this. The first, maybe 2 or 3 Hollywood films that I've...
Is it my move?
Yep.
I just gotta pick you off one by one.
watched when I was a child were silent. We had all the cowboy films translated and subtitled into Slovene, so I knew the stories and the dialogues in advance, and of course it is not the same thing. But you know what? At the basic level, there is something wrong here. Because our critique is, of course, justified. However, when cinema is really at stake, because we are talking about cinema, not just movies, this critique needs to be supplemented with a proto-ontological almost gesture. Not ontology in the sense of a philosophical system, but ontology in the sense of an unconditional well-to-do. And in this respect, Hollywood cinema in general is the most modern cinema possible. It doesn't have any historical limitations, because first it doesn't.
You can't slide, so I know I'm safe. This cat is 6 inches away from this microphone. This is a good cat. My cat's a piece of shit, but this cat is actually awesome. He's a cuddle buddy. He just comes up to me and licks my elbow. Now he's sitting on my lap.
That is a good cat.
His name's Diablo.
That's how Jeremy does.
Is he?
He's a sweet boy. He likes being held. He likes sitting on my lap. And
any boy cat I've had has been a big cuddler, and then the ladies are
fickle.
Yeah, they're when they give you love, it's more meaningful because they actually want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It feels like they mean it.
Yeah. I wanted a cuddle cat, and I got a buddy cat with mine, where she's an awesome buddy. She follows me around all day, but she anytime you pet her, she normally licks her fur clean. She's disgusting.
That's exactly what mine does.
Yeah.
It's come on, I just washed my hands.
Yeah, it's they actually don't like us.
You fucked up my hair, dog. I gotta
I feel bad doing this. It's a power move. Bingo, bango, bongo. I lost my drum in the Congo. That's why I have to say dumb shit like bingo, bingo.
Bingo, bingo, bongo. That is a good move.
Yeah.
There's only one thing I can't do.
Yeah. Lose the rook and go back to check. I think that's probably about game set.
Yeah.
We could play it out.
I mean, because I'm not going to be able to get anything else down there in time.
No.
Because I can't go...
Both my back rows
I can't
have
go
rooks.
up in any way. I can't go to the side. I can only go back down. And you're just going to go back and forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Honestly, in your position, I don't know what I would have done 10 moves ago with that queen. Because I was trying to bait you into sacrificing the queen. But I really don't know what else you could have done. Because it was
honestly,
just...
at this point, I would have been better off. The main move that fucked me was moving that bishop. And the move was to tempt you to take it with your queen. But I forgot that was the guard for my queen. I just forgot that. So that was my bad. I think if I had let that play for a minute, it's not that there's a ton I could have done. I probably would have still lost my queen, but at least you would have lost yours too. And both of your rooks. And I still would have had a rook, which still not a rook versus your two bishops I would have lost. I think that move of moving your rook over was probably the most powerful thing that you could have done.
That slide where it was into chaos. I was not sure how that was going to shake up. I thought you might have been able to pull my king with the two bishops. I think I really had like one. If I was one space short on that back line, I think you would have checkmated.
Yeah, there was a couple times where it was just like one thing was out of place. One thing was like not where I wanted it to be.
I was really trying. Like, I gave up a lot of moves to move those pawns out because I knew you were going to, like, get me. Like, I was giving up big development time to clear those pawns out because I knew you would have had me if I'd, like, moved one less pawn. Did I just lose a piece?
You lost your bishop.
Fuck. I was not paying attention. God.
Well, I assumed because I was saying that you won, basically. I'm not considering this to be. I mean, technically my king's still alive, but...
I mean, do you want to play this out? Or?
I mean, fuck it. We're here.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I need to...
I mean, it is 11 o'clock.
I can't lose my grip now. If we're going to play it out, I need to think.
I don't think you need to think that hard. I'm still in a position where my king can only go and I can go two spaces. I can just go one different space right now.
But if I stop paying attention, you get one more of my pieces with that bishop, like big pieces with that bishop. Like you could have a comeback kid. It would be hard, but because I guess your bishop can't take my bishop,
right?
And I got the two rooks. But I feel like if I did something dumb...
But this guy can.
I think I have to let this dog out. Be quick. Dog.
Hey, Steven...
All right. Am I in check?
Yes, you're in check right now.
God damn it.
It doesn't mean anything. It's super easy to get out of. It gains me nothing.
It's funny. Next move, you're in check. I'm surprised this game lasted so long. This is a good game.
Yeah, agreed. As it turns out, chess is a pretty good game.
We'll see how long it lasts through time.
No one's going to be playing this in like 5 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Called shot. Chess gets canceled.
It
doesn't have to represent reality, because they invented the virtual reality itself. And second, they don't have any ideological limitations. They are free to invent things. For me, the greatness of cinema lies in this illusion of total presence.
Agreed. The illusion of total presence is something that has to do with the fact that you are sitting in a dark room, solidly there, and with this condition of basic insecurity, which also has to do with a dark room, and with the images on the screen. Why am I here? What is this that steals over me? What are these feelings? And why am I laughing now? Why am I crying? Why am I afraid? Where does all this come from? It's an...
Is that checkmate?
No.
You got one more square, I think. Sophie. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Can you let her out? I was about to... yeah, I'm in the middle of the corner, but I thought she was about to piss, so I'm trying to finish. Okay. Cool, thank you. Appreciate it. Was it fun?
It was. It was so fucking
Good. We'll be done, shortly. Ricky's about to die in chess.
good. Okay.
Not in real life. I wouldn't do that. Just chess.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Ricky.
Ricky's about to die. He's got stage 4 terminal cancer. Came on very suddenly.
You evaded successfully. Okay. Now, this is close to being it. I'm moving recklessly.
I'm also moving quick and recklessly.
Bongo, lost
Fucking blitz mode. You're thinking too hard.
Yeah.
illusion. I say it very clearly in my film. This is not real. It has nothing to do with truth. Just take it for what it is.
Yes, but that's the mystery of it. We are here, we live our daily lives, and then you go to the movies and you cry and you laugh and you feel something. What is it?
Sometimes I really have the feeling this is not real. That's why it's so unnerving. Yes, it's strange.
You are sitting there, everything is good, you see new faces, and then some explosion happens somewhere else, and you say, oh my God, why did it happen? It doesn't happen to me, but why does it happen at all?
Yes, it doesn't happen to me. The moment something happens to me, it's not cinema anymore. Something happens to me and then I do something, I act, I fight, I move. Then it's not cinema anymore. Yes, we are sitting here and laughing, but why are we laughing? The moment it becomes a clear-cut situation, like in real life, then that's the end of it. It should be always slightly strange, as if something were happening on the other side of the universe. For me, for example, I am profoundly convinced that I've never been inside a cinema. That's how I live my life.
I always agree with you. We are sitting here, everything is all right. But somewhere, let's say in Rwanda or some explosion happens, you die. And then I ask myself, why did that happen? And the illusion of cinema is precisely
These
to
dudes
create
are
the
riot.
Yeah, these guys are
and we explain that you don't have to take
They
it
just do this all
totally
day.
for granted as a total enigma. You can ask why it happened.
You're down to 4 pieces.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty scrappy though.
It's an illusion. There is some
They
meaning.
got grit.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's a big question whether there is any meaning whatsoever. Most people here in Germany, for instance, they have absolutely no clue about the meaning of their lives. For them, there's no life anymore. They are looking for some meaning. They are looking for some sense for their lives. And the cinema does not grant it. The cinema only shows how fragile the conditions for our existence are. Some people can laugh out loud laughing because of a film, but I can also show that there are moments when laughter dies, and then I would like to be an angel of death to all these people who are...
Let's see that brilliant line one more time. Most people here in Germany, for instance, they have absolutely no clue about the meaning of their lives. For them, there's no life anymore. They're looking for meaning. They're looking for some sense of their lives. And the cinema doesn't grant it. The cinema only shows how fragile the conditions of our existence are. Some people can laugh out loud laughing because of a film. I would like to be an angel of death.
Silly people who are smiling, but I could wipe them out like this. Just a wave of my hand.
Yes, precisely like that. Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Is Werner Herzog talking about genocide on German people?
But I could take them all out.
Wipe them all out.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck. That's so funny, dude. Oh, it was fun.
I'm toiling away. So, God damn it. It's like how sleepy I am. I think it's time to wrap it up and call it a night, everybody.
I'm good with that.
So, Werner Herzog and...
Good night, G-Jack.
Yeah, G-Jack, they're sleeping over at your house tonight?
Yeah, I made them a spot on the floor. They're going to sleep with the dogs.
They got a couple sleeping bags and make a blanket for it out in the living room and
No, just a
tell ghost stories until they both fall asleep.
just a smelly carpet.
Just talk about just wiping away the people from Germany. They don't care.
That was
They don't know about their
crazy.
lives.
I can't believe he would say that.
I mean, on a podcast too, like
Very inappropriate.
dozens of people are going to hear this. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Thank you to Approaching Human for the use of his music. You can find his work on SoundCloud at Approaching-Human.
Thanks, John.
Make sure to check out the show page at TrashCatsTrashcast on Instagram for news and arts from the show. Check out Facebook for the memes.
For the memes, if you're super bored, you can check out my trash art on Instagram at Skyzix, SKYZSCX. And yeah, we got some ideas for next time, and we'll see you guys then.
Hell yeah. That's going to be all for us today. Stay classy, eat trashy.
Go fast, eat trash.
Silly people who are smiling, but I could wipe them out like this.